Hello. Ah, hello. What? Huh? Why was I not there for a second? Hold on. What? What's happening? What? Is this Vinian doing something? What is going on? Why am I disappearing? What? Hold on. Huh? Chat, why is everything breaking? What is this? And oh wait. Let's kill. And the audio's not working. Oh god, everything is broken. Everything is broken. Alright. Oh my god, Stream Deck is on the other thing. I have to kill it through the test thingy. It's on the other monitor. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hello. Alright, we gotta restart the Stream Deck, and maybe... I don't know why I'm disappearing. Now when I go to the just chatting scene. Bear with me one moment. Wavelink, where are you? Not Wavelink, Stream Deck? Stream Deck software, where are you? Stream Deck software, come back. Stream Deck software. Okay, now I don't disappear. How was that? Oh no, wait. Well, the audio's working. Why? Why am I disappearing? Why am I disappearing when we move to the scene? There's no transition override. VTuber scene, like up. What the hell? What the hell, OBS? Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind over this. Spout. Like, it's fine. What? What is happening? I assume, like, the scene is disappearing? Why? You're just like... Oh? Why is it unloading the VTuber? It's like it turns it off. Wait. Oh! Oh, I figured it out. I have an intro animation. And somehow... Oh, God. I think it's my... I either, like... I must have hit a button, or my new mouse, I keep inadvertently, like, clicking sometimes when trying to move it, and maybe, like, dragged it underneath the animation. Oh, that is weird. Apologies! Hi, everybody! I'm Space Jace. We have a motto around here.
Scuff is part of the brand.
Scuff is part of the brand. We're broken. We don't work properly. What are we talking about? Nothing ever works. I was considering just chilling and watching TV today, but no, I said I'd stream, so I'm going to stream. So I guess we're going to stream. We're going to do some trucking. Some snow Oh, is the controller turning off because I took too long? We're going to do some snow running. In Scandinavia. All right. How's everyone doing? It's very quiet. We're going to get some music here in a second. What time is it? Morning? So we'll get some daytime vibes going. All right, so let's take a look at our jobs. Okay, tourist cabin repairs, disrupted supplies, helping the fishermen. Okay, anything here that's got, like, this one has, okay, ski resort built. Okay. This one gives us filming finished. We got watchtower. So let's do some of these that give us things like watchtowers. Northern tower. Okay. What short logs and consumables out here. That's over the other map. As is this. All right, we're tracking this already. We need 2 metal rolls and medium logs. All right, let's go. Oh, computer, why are you chugging? I'm assuming maybe it's because it's morning. It's the light that happens in this game. All right, let's go get some metal rolls. We know we can get those fairly easy, and we'll bring those to the destination. And then we'll start looking at how we're going to handle getting logs out there. All right. Nothing is wrong. Oh, it's all sorts of problems today. Work actually went okay today. Getting stuff done. Feeling good. I think we're gonna have to hook up to the generator again to start it. I believe so. Yes. We have to hook to the generator to get the option to start it. There we go. And we'll get 2 metal rolls. Nice. Yeah, 2 ready to go. That sign had nothing on it. I think we just follow the road and we'll end up on the other side. Take it easy. Right, yeah, it'd be faster if we go through here. Take it easy breezy through the mud. Right. Uh-oh. Alright, we'll take it slow here for a bit. Alright. We'll swing through the gas station and top up on our way out. Okay. Right out there. That one we saw earlier. Okay. There's a log station out there. Where are we? I'm gonna try and mark some of this off. Do-do-do-do. Wait, how do we get up there? I mean, this is a closer route. To see if we can find a fuel station or something out here. Or bring a truck with fuel. And maybe we can stage some of our trucks out here. Let's see if there's maybe a trailer store out here too. Then we can bring a truck with like a low saddle. If we need to do any like semi-trailering out here. Ooh, it's muddy here. Power through this. I think this is a shorter route, but I think it's a little harder to get to. Because then we have to kind of go a little bit around and turn back. At one point. Alright, so we are trucking. Trucking and trucking and trucking. I think we want to take this detour. Not sure why there's a detour. We probably could go through there. Can't tell if like it's blocked by rocks or not. Yeah, it's pretty rocky there. Yeah, that's rough. I think we pretty much have to do the detour. Oof. Oh. Let's see. No. I was thinking about maybe like seeing if I could pull that tree branch out of the way, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. We're gonna have to take this slow as well. We need to fix the bridge over on that other side is what we need to do. Right. Where was... Oh, here, yeah. This. Because I kind of had to go around there. We should do Southern Bridge next. Work on that. Oh, there it is. All right, we can see it. Putting labels on my back. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can find a way back to that trail that goes up to the tower then. Looks like there's something here. Oh yeah. It's not on the map, but this should be it. Yep, here's our turn. Alright. Ooh, muddy. Let's just go right into this in low gear. Keep the diff lock on, because this is going to be messy. Here we go. Okay. And then we need a logs from the log station. So we need something that can haul logs. 2 things of medium logs. I do want to check something real quick. I keep forgetting what can carry medium logs. Ooh. New deal sucks. New DLC trucks. 15 hours ago. Oh, that's what we're updating. Check out the fully. Hey, Liz! Thank you for the head pats. Hold on. This is the Spin Tires wiki. Is this the same? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out before I drive a long ways if the new Hydralift saddle does medium logs or not. Oh, cool. Here's a Reddit thread. Yeah. Short logs are carried in the short frame add-ons. Medium log. Yeah. Or a log trailer. Now, this is old. This is before the folding one. Ah. Ah. Foldable. Log carrier. Carry one load of long logs. Ah, shoot. We'll have to find something for medium logs then. Wait. I do need to... Sorry, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I'm looking at... Let's see, a regular log carrier, medium. Yeah. Medium logging frame. Medium logging extension. Futon M logging trailer. Medium log carrier add-on. Double logging. Ah, the double logging semi-trailer. That's what I was looking for. Okay. I want to see if that did medium, and it does. All right. Actually, so... Wait, I can drive this? Oh, cool. I can get into this truck. Interesting. All right. Okay. So, we got bridge. Needs cement and metal beams. Maybe we should look into this first? We can get... Ah, there's a factory here. Let's take care of this quick. But these ropes don't hold. Ida knows inside of me there's still some child ready to run wild. He sits by the banks of all my good days. These ropes don't hold. Ida knows inside of me there's still some child. Well, let's see if we take this. Ah! Ooh, we're slowing a bit. Here we go. Hold on. What is this? Now we're gonna switch the vibes up again. Alright. We need to refuel a bit. Alright. Ah! Just need to get one wheel onto something solid. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, we went the wrong way. There we go. Splash. There's a factory. Cement. I think we should be able to get there by just following this road. How's everyone doing tonight? Ooh. What is going on here? We gotta take the train tracks. Is that a trailer store? Oh no, this is a mission. Darn, I was hoping for like a trailer store. Mighty River Road is lucky enough to face its current while transporting shipment. Please help me recover lost cargo. Okay. Oof. Taking some damage there. Alright. Just keep following this. Just power through it here. Here we go. No. No! The drop-off point is on the other side. What? Huh? Oh, no, wait. I just need to... Okay, now. What? No. Okay, hold on. I got this. I got this. There we go. Now, metal beams. We're going to have to go back to the other map. Let's just recover this guy. Also, there's a truck here. Assuming, because, like, we can actually get into it. We can recover? Free truck! Yay, new truck! What is this guy? It's not very big. Power to weight is good. Gearbox off-road. This is the Voron. What do we got? All-terrain, off-road, mud tires, chain. Oh, so we need to find the better suspension for those. I have a spare wheel. Snorkel. I got some money to spend on this. Heavy crane, flatbed, van, medium, short, metal detector. We got some bumpers. Cabin air conditioner. All right, what do we got for color schemes? Can I take the crane off? There it is. it's a little smaller truck. Interesting. Got a lot of trucks here. Where's my big one? There we go. Can do a long flatbed. Can we do a saddle low on this one? We can only do saddle high. Well, this is a big boy. Can only do like really big trailers. We can have like a... like supplies or anything? No, no rooftop supplies. Interesting. Let's see. Put the mud tires back on this. Oh, no. Actually... chained. Oh, we have an ad running, so I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in a minute. About 2-3 minutes. See y'all in a bit. Ah, we're back. All right. Yeah, we'll go with this for now. And do a saddle low. Let's see what our saddle choices are. Or our trailer choices with this are. Alright. Hopped to the side and immediately got a call. How's that going? It's going alright. Just kind of chilling right now. Step deck. Can carry 5. Wide flatbed. It's a bit big. Log trailer. Double logging. So this can do 2. Alright, and that does do saddle low. This can do 2 logs. 2 medium logs. 3. Gooseneck semi-trailer. Do exactly 4. Let's go. Oh. Oh no. That's got a little. Maybe not quite what we want. Out of 5, and it's not as long. Which is this? Not sure what the difference is. Alright. Things are going alright. Just doing some cozy trucking. Had a ton of stuff not work at the start stream. Well, literally just one thing that was driving me crazy and took me forever to figure out. Because somehow I accidentally dragged 2 things in OBS, like, out of order. So, like, part of my just chatting screen was covering my VTuber and making it look like it was just disappearing. My work's been going okay these last few days. Always something, right? I mean, we do have a motto here.
Scuff is part of the brand.
Scuff is part of the brand. It's part of the charm. And thinks that's what I tell myself. I tell everybody. Makes it seem like it's on purpose. So, the office I work at has like a really nice kind of big like break room cafeteria thing. They don't have any like food or anything there. It's just like a big like break room with like tables and stuff. But they have the worst designed microwaves I have ever seen. Let's see, what do we got? No energy in zone again? I gotta keep freaking... Alright. So, the way the microwaves work, there's a few things. There's no buttons on it. There's just one dial for time. It's not... It's like, there isn't like a little notch or anything on the dial. No, you spin it, and it's digital. There's little lights that light up around it. And some of them are labeled. They're labeled like 1 through 6, and then the 15 seconds, every 15 seconds is labeled for like the first 2 minutes. It's like really weird. Right? So like there's no way to put in like a specific time. And also you can't really see exactly how much time is left because though it's granular as it gets is like 15 minutes. So you turn the dial and it lights up and you try and dial in where you want it. Anything more than 3 minutes, you're doing it in 30-second increments, I guess. And it can only go up to, I think, 7 minutes total, I guess. And then, like, the lights turn off as it gets closer to when it's done. That's not the worst part. Like, that's really weird. The worst part is it's designed... Ow! So the worst part is that for some reason, when you open the door, the light and the fan turn on. Like the light inside the microwave turns on, but so does like the fan. So it sounds like when you open the door, it sounds like it starts running. Like the first time I opened the door and I'm like, is this thing broken? What the heck? Is it microwaving? Is it safe for me to put my hand in here and like put my food in? Like, it's just like running the fan for some reason? But what gets even better is come on, I can't do two things at once. What gets even better is, so, you know, it's got the dial to turn your time, but what if your food is getting overcooked because you don't know how long you want to cook it and you want to stop it early? Well, the instructions on the front of the microwave tell you to just open the door to turn off the microwaving mechanism. So not only is, like, the timing system weird, you stop it by opening the door, but while the door is open, it's still running the fan, so it still looks and sounds like it's still running. You just gotta trust that it turned the microwave part off. It is such horrible design, and it makes no sense. Why is the fan running when I open the door? It's like they made it wrong on purpose. Deeply cursed indeed. It makes no sense. Like, I don't know what the supposed benefit of having it turn the fan on when you open the door is. Oh, can we inch up? Ah, there we go. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's so weird. And just that coupled with the fact that, like, opening the door is how you stop the microwave. Explicitly tells you that is how you do it. But there's no indication then, there's no state change that is, like, noticeable when you open the door. So it's like, I guess I gotta trust it's off. Because, like, I had that problem with an old microwave I had to replace because, like, it, like, what was it? I think it was when you close the door, it would just turn on. Yeah, no buttons makes no sense. Like, oh, I just turn a dial. Okay, and I have to carefully turn this dial. We're going to take the long way around. We're going to be careful with this load. Okay, carefully turn this dial and kind of guess. Light up the dots to the time I want. And it's got to be in the right increments because it's so weird. Because it's not even like a timer kind of dial, right? where like there's like a notch in it, and then you have like everything marked out, like, you know, minutes, but then there's like, you know, little ticks in between each minute to tell you like quarter minutes and things like that, where you can just adjust it kind of in between. So if you want like 16, 17 seconds, like a minute 17 for some reason, because that's just how like the perfect time you think to reheat like your burrito or whatever is, right? You can kind of eyeball it and stick it kind of in between. Like, no. It's a digital dial that just, as you spin it, it lights up lights around it that only go in 15 and then 30-second increments. Gotta reinvent the wheel. I mean, that's the entirety of the tech industry right now. Well, the tech industry is reinventing the wheel, but illegal. Like, what? It's like, how do we reinvent a wheel that circumvents labor laws? It's like, what if taxis, but illegal? What if food delivery, but illegal? What if hotels, but illegal? But somehow still legal. What if you could run businesses, but all you needed to do was run an app, and all your employees are contractors who have to be responsible for everything? And you just sit back and you collect money. It's brilliant. I hate the tech industry. Microtransactions all the way down as well, yes. Rent syncing, everything is a subscription. Oh, I'm annoyed. Because I have Plex, and I think it's pretty nice. Like, I have my own media server, and I will, like, I'll rip my DVDs and, you know, Blu-rays and stuff, and put them on my server, and then I can just stream them to my TV when I want to watch them, instead of having to deal with discs and, you know, unskippable trailers and menus and all that stuff. It's really nice. But what's also kind of nice is that, you know, it's a very simple way of setting up an ability to, like, reach those files outside your home network. Because, like, you just install Plex on that server, tell it where it is, and then you can log into the Plex website or to their app and see all your stuff there and stream it. So, like, if I'm visiting family, I'm like, hey, we could watch a movie. I've got movies. I just plug my laptop in, or if they got a computer plugged into the TV, or, like, have the app installed or something. We just watch the movies that I own on their TV outside of the house, and it's really cool. But then Plex decided that being able to stream outside of your home network should be a premium feature. And I kind of was hemming and hawing over it, because I was like, okay, you could get a lifetime subscription for like around $100. And I've been using this free for a while. I don't know. I guess, you know, they do have to manage like some server stuff to be able to like have that work, right? And they're adding new features. And then I just didn't get around to it. I was still kind of mulling it over. And they got rid of the lifetime subscription. So now the only way to be able to use Plex to stream to something other than a computer in your own house is an unending monthly subscription. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna pay that. I'm not gonna pay an unending subscription for this, because, like, for especially a scenario that's kind of rare. But it'd be a pain in the butt to try and pay for like a month just to do like one movie, right? Got Plex here, but never used it. It's nice if you can set up like a little server and all that. It's really cool. It's really cool. Though, like, kind of at this point, and it depends how your setup really is, you might as well just get a really big hard drive on a media center PC and just have everything in there. Because honestly, I mean, for me, it is nice because I can, like, watch stuff on. I got a TV in the bedroom. I can watch if I'm like feeling sick and don't want to get out of bed, or just can't sleep. And one the living room. So having like a media server to stream to everything is that's all right. It's nice. And I got TV in the basement for when I'm working out, which I need to start doing again sometime. Home server for internal comms. Ah, neat. Yeah, and I also use my server essentially as like anything important goes on that. So if for whatever reason I gotta wipe one of my computers, I'm not losing anything important, like super important. Right. I mean, there's still issues with like if I gotta wipe my gaming PC, I gotta download everything from Steam, which can take a while. And I really don't ever want to have to like mess with my streaming PC, because everything is backed up, but it will take a while to get it back. It is trucking time. Welcome in. Oh, yeah, that sucks. And one thing also with redownloading my Steam games, I am tempted to get a massive hard drive and just put them all on that as a backup. Because Steam, like, so I've got, I think 3, I think, SSDs now in that machine. I've got like a 2 terabyte one and like some smaller ones. And I've got like the super fast one that's plugged into like the little slot on the motherboard, so it's a really fast, direct whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. But then, like, to hold everything else, I have just run massive, like, 3-4 terabyte hard drive. Because I'm a digital pack rat. I don't trust Steam. I want to have all of my games installed, at least as much as possible. So that, if I get the itch to play, like, I don't know, Assassin's Creed Black Flag or something, and just boot into a game from, like, 10 years ago, it's still there. But Valve, like, changed up how Steam handles downloads, and it makes downloading to a hard drive incredibly slow. So from what I can tell, what they do now is, like, they don't, I mean, they're doing it to save bandwidth on their end, and I totally understand. They're compressing the game and sending you the compressed files, so it's less to download. But they do it in chunks. And once one chunk gets downloaded, it decrypts that chunk as it downloads the next one. So you're writing to the disk, and then reading from it what you just wrote, it seems like what it's doing. Because I don't think it's downloaded to like RAM or something to uncompress. I think it is downloading to the hard drive. I think it's downloading to the hard drive, because that seems to be what I'm seeing with like the activity. So writing to the disk, then reading from it to decrypt to write it back, but then also writing the next chunk that's getting downloaded, and it just, my hard drive can't handle it. It's too much going back and forth. So trying to download, it's faster to download them to the SSD and then move them to the hard drive, which is crazy to me. Hey, we got a bridge! All right. I don't know if there's a trailer store here. No trailer store on here. So we will have to drive this back. We're gonna drive this back and sell it and get a log trailer. And we can drive it back on this road we just built. Look at this! We're gonna switch the vibes up again. we go. Yeah, it's really weird. It bothers me so much. And also, like, I don't know. The Steam Deck is a little faster, but, like, it still seems slow downloading to that. The Steam Deck is neat, but, I don't know, it feels too jank to me. I see a lot of people being like, oh, it's a Switch killer, da da da, and, like, one, it's not just for the sheer fact that you can't buy one at Walmart. Ah! All right. We're doing tricks now. Right, because, like, most people aren't going to know what it is. And they're not going to go to Steam to buy one. Like, you're not going to outsell the Switch when you're not even, like, shipping, like, millions of units to, like, retail stores and stuff. But, the other part is, like, I don't know, the Switch is just more pick up and play to me. It's like the Steam Deck is missing some stuff. The Steam Deck, it's really nice. I love it. I love it just for the fact that, like, my whole Steam library, like, so much of my Steam library is on this thing that now I can play on portable. And I really love that. You can install on Steam's games on it. It takes a little bit of elbow grease sometimes. It took a little doing, but I got the free trial of Final Fantasy XIV on there. And I actually played through the entirety of A Realm Reborn, A Lot of Heavensward, and I probably wouldn't have if it weren't for the Steam Deck, because I could, like, be watching some TV and stuff and be playing at the same time. Because a lot of A Realm Reborn is very fetch questy. But it's cool. But, like, every time I turn my Steam Deck on, every single game on there seems to need an update. And the UI just chugs when it's downloading. Stopping downloads on Steam also seems like it's always risky. Like, sometimes they just don't stop. It just locks everything up. It just freezes. It's really weird. But then there's the other thing where, like, let's see. Yes. Keep going this way. Here's our gateway. So we're gonna have to go around here. Didn't we find another gateway? No, I thought we found another gateway. Oh, never mind. Anyways. Have the brain outside the... Oh, no. No, not the mobile games! But yeah, with the Steam Deck, it's also like with Steam, you need to check into their servers, like log in online, I think every 2 weeks? Right? Which, kind of understandable, but for a handheld that maybe you haven't turned on in 2 weeks, and you take it outside the house, and there's not an internet connection anymore, and now you can't play your games. And then you decide, oh, well, I guess I'll connect to the internet so I can log in, and oh, one of your game needs an update, and there's no way to decline the update to just launch it and play it. The Switch, and I'm pretty sure all the other consoles let you do that, right? The Switch is just like, hey, you have your Switch? Okay, you can play it. Like, if it's a physical game, it's like, hey, you got the card? Okay, you can play it. No internet required. On anything. Like, if it's your main console. Like, you can have, if you have 2 Switch consoles, then you have to worry about it checking online. And they did make it a little convoluted, unfortunately. So it used to be fairly simple. You had one Switch was your primary console, and, like, another was your secondary. So, like, say, I don't know, you got a Switch in the living room for the kids, or the polycule, whatever. And then you've got your own, like, Switch Lite that you take everywhere with you. So you'd make your Switch Lite your primary console, right? And, you'd log into the living room Switch, and, oop, we don't want to be here. We need to go back up and hit this turn. And you can log into your account there and download your games and play them. And so the way it works is on your secondary Switch, it will check online to make sure you're not playing on any other system. So you can play all your games there. Your friends, your kids, your buddies, your polycule, whatever, can play your Switch games, as long as you're not playing them on your Switch, of course. And it has to do a little online check, which is what Steam does every time you launch a game, right? Because if you try to launch a game and you've already got a game playing on another system on Steam, it's like, nope, you can't do that. And it works the same for your secondary Switch. Your primary Switch, though, it does not care. You could be in the middle of nowhere, no internet connection, every game installed on there, unless it's a game that you have on a cartridge and then you have to have the cartridge for it. That'll work offline. So Nintendo changed that when the Switch 2 launched. And it still works the same, but not quite. They added the virtual cards. The virtual game cards. So, like, now all of your downloadable games are treated as if they were a card, and you have a menu to remove and insert the card. So you can remove the card from the system, and then you go to your other system and you tell it to insert the card. And if you're on the same network, it will do that fairly seamlessly, though I've run into issues where I had to run into the other room and wake up the other Switch in order to move a game card. So here's the thing. That kind of sucks, but for some reason it's turned off by default. You can go into the settings on the Switch and under your profile, and you have to change the setting just once, and it changes it for everything. There's an option called Use Game Licenses, and it turns it back to the old system, but with the cards, but it still has the cards. So basically, instead of you needing the card in, it will do the online check that it does, like, if for your secondary console, if there's no card, if the virtual card is not assigned to that system. So basically, they basically did the secondary and primary console, except now you can switch up what's a secondary and primary console on a game-to-game basis using the virtual cards. Which, I don't know, maybe? It makes sense to me, I think, because for a while I didn't have a carrying case for my Switch 2, and the Switch OLED I have is a little smaller and probably a little easier to pack, and I think it has better battery life still. So I'd, pack that and toss it. But I don't want that to be my primary Switch, because I kind of want my Switch 2 to be my primary Switch, because it just feels better like that. So I could, load it up with games beforehand to make sure I could play them, whether or not I, had internet connection, which is nice. Oh gosh. Oh, no. Okay, we will... I knew that could kind of yoink us a bit. Oh, it's this tree branch that's really causing us problems. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people hate the virtual card system, and I kind of don't blame them, because it makes juggling games between systems a bit tricky. But it's mainly because Nintendo has the option to make it not terrible, but it's off by default, and it's weird. But yeah, I think the Steam Deck is still... I think the Switch is still much better for a actual, I want a console to take games out and play with, and is much more pick-up play than the Steam Deck. I do really like the Steam Deck, though, as just, it's decent. It's still basically a PC that's shaped like a handheld, but it is really nice to be able to play my games, on the couch while watching something on the TV. I actually don't play games on the TV that much. I'll usually have someone be watching, Twitch or something on the TV, and I'll get the Steam Deck out. Jace of Space is on the ground! I am on the ground. I'm in the mud, and our tires are spinning. Oh, there's this. We have to go around. We gotta go up and over. But yeah, the Steam Deck, though, is kind of, from what I understand, the best of, like, the handheld PCs, though. I've seen some neat ones. I've seen a neat one that, like, borrows a bit of, like, the Switch design, where, you know, it's got, like, the controller part detaches. And, like, they did the Switch 2 thing before the Switch 2, where, like, I forgot what it was called, but it was another, like, you know, gaming PC handheld thingy. And, like, the controller parts detach, and one of them acts like a mouse. And it's like, oh, that's cool. And, like, they're attached, like, magnetically, too. But it's, like, vertical. Like, instead of, like, you know how, like, the Switch 2 Joy-Cons are kind of mouse-shaped when you put them down on their side? This one, like, it's upright, and you're, like, doing this. It's kind of weird. And, but it runs Windows. Which, I mean, is good for compatibility, but... really, the Steam Deck's biggest advantage is that they got games running on Linux. And the lack of, like, overhead from the OS does make a big difference in performance. Oh, there's some cellulose here. Though, I'm a little bit about Steam, because, like, okay, absolutely phenomenal that they're, like, pushing, like, compatibility on Linux with games. Heck, Windows, indeed. Again, I still have weird issues with Linux. I've been using my home laptop to listen to, like, music. Because my work laptop, over their network, they don't allow, like, streaming services, so I can't have my chill beats to relax and study to, whatever. And I like to, like, play it over, like, speakers. So my home laptop's got decent speakers. So I've got, what's it called? Spirit beats. Spirit whatever. Spirit. Lo-fi Spirit game. Where you customize a little avatar in your little loft apartment, and it's got lo-fi beats, and you get a little spirit companion, and it's also got, like, you know, productivity stuff like timers and things, right? But for some reason with my laptop, all of the audio just dies. GOG opened a bunch of... Oh, that's good. That's cool. Awesome. That's good. I like GOG. I kind of wish they had a little more market share. Because I've got some problems with, like, Valve and Steam. Like, I do like what they're doing with Linux and Steam. Yeah, GOG doesn't have, like, is, DRM free, which is nice. And I understand having a little DRM to keep people from, like, very casually just copying files over. But, you know, I also like owning my stuff and being able to manage it myself. I feel like I'm so locked into Steam because I have so much stuff is in their library. And then the Steam overlay has so many useful tools that sometimes are just janky if you're trying to use them with a non-Steam game. And it frustrates me sometimes because I have so many games on Steam, and I feel locked in, and I'm worried they might become more evil. But yeah, Valve is doing a lot for Linux, but part of the reason they're doing that is they want to sell you on SteamOS, so they're locking you into their ecosystem where it's really just easier to just buy all your games on Steam than put in the extra work to try and get non-Steam games working. Hate DRM with a passion, and Steam is DRM, yes. Yeah, I totally understand that. I found Steam to be at least a decent compromise. But we were talking about, you know, like with the Switch and Steam Deck and all that, where, you know, Steam, you have to log in every 2 weeks over the internet to play your games. Like, the Switch, at least when you're... Whatever's installed on that Switch, when it's your primary console, that's on there forever, and it doesn't matter if you have an online connection. You can pick up that Switch years from now, and the servers will be off. You can still play those games. For what I understand. Like, there's no internet check for that. Like, where Valve, it's like you pick up your Steam Deck to take it out of the house, and oops, I haven't turned on in 2 weeks, and you're locked out of your games. Until you connect to the internet, and then you find out the game you want to play has an update, and you just connect it to, like, some, like, slow cafe public Wi-Fi, and you definitely aren't downloading a 5, 15, 20 gigabyte update over that. And like, we're like, you know, consoles, most consoles will let you skip an update. I don't know why that's not a feature on, like, Steam. But, yeah, I kind of think part of their reason for doing the Linux is, I mean, part of it is also they don't want to be reliant on Microsoft. And that 100% I absolutely get and can get behind. Like, they started the Steam Machine thing, like, over a decade ago, I think, when Windows 8 was, you know, just becoming a thing. Windows was pushing that, and they were kind of pushing, like, their own app store, and it was kind of a worry of, like, will old, like, just executables go away? Under, like, the later versions of Windows. Will everything have to go through the app store, and Steam basically either just stop existing or be forced to pay a royalty to Microsoft? So I totally get they're like, okay, we need something else. But it definitely is, and part of the Steam Deck is this too, getting you locked into an ecosystem where it's just easier to buy games on Steam. It is at least open, and you can play other games from other platforms. So they're not completely locking you down, but I have had weird issues where it's like, okay, I have this game that I got for free on Epic, or I got this game from GOG, and the Steam version seems flawless, but running the game through Heroic, still running through the same compatibility stuff, it's janky for some reason on the Steam Deck. And I'm like, huh. I don't know. I mean, it may be a bit conspiracy theory, but I don't know. I do think part of it is, like, they want an ecosystem where you're encouraged to get all of your games through Steam. And, like, I'm not sure. I definitely don't want them becoming too consoleized. But I also like the console stuff that they add. Like, I love Big Picture Mode. Or at least I love the concept of it. I kind of wish it was still a bit better. Steam input is fantastic, except the UI for it sucks. Like, Steam does a lot of great stuff, but all of it feels half-baked to me. And it's all stuff I love, and it makes me angrier. Because it's like, yes, I want to play on a TV, on a big picture interface, with a controller. And you've done all of this, but it's just not quite there. So many things, and it's like, a lot of the time it's like, New Big Picture Mode works pretty flawlessly from what I've experienced, though, now. So I'm really liking that. But I wish they would make the Steam input and have documentation for it, so I know how things work. You just kind of have to fiddle around with it and guess. At one point, I spent hours trying to fix one configuration because the same functionality was duplicated across multiple places in the UI for that. But only one of those places it actually worked. But there are other reasons to not like Valve and Steam that I think are more important and bigger that people have just started talking about finally. I've noticed, like, on Blue Sky, some indie devs have been speaking up. I mean, some of it has, like, been known for a while. Steam's lack of curation of their storefront and letting the whole storefront just get swamped with slop. Low effort asset flips, scam games that only exist as part of, like, money laundering schemes to just give you a ton of achievements so you can create a new account and then just give it a really high Steam score through achievements to make it look older and more legit. And stuff like that buries a lot of gems. it sucks because the Nintendo eShop has been doing that recently too. And I remember like years ago, especially in the early days of the Switch, I would pull my Switch out and I would look through like the under $10 and under $5 games and find like obscure little indie games I never heard of and just buy them and play them. And I never did that on Steam. I rarely try to actually browse the Steam Stormfront. Jenna Stober, former Polygon writer and video content producer, has a YouTube channel, and she just posted she posted a video of just like first, I think, 10 days of January Steam releases, and it's just buried in AI hentai. It's at least since it's porn games, I have that filtered out because I'm not really interested in those, at least unless I'm going to look for them specifically. I don't want them showing up when I'm kind of browsing. But also because, yeah, there's so much slop in that category. But, like, it was bad. It was dire. There's that. There's also their lack of moderation in anything. A lot of people don't realize this. Valve is one of the largest unmoderated forums on the internet. It is a massive neo-Nazi hangout. Because every game on Steam gets a forum. Steam adds a forum for it. Valve does not moderate it. They refuse to. They say it's not their problem. The game developer has to moderate it. And there's lots of game developers out there that don't want to deal with that. They don't want to hire full-time moderators, and they don't have they don't have time to volunteer do it themselves. And also, like, a lot of indie devs really shouldn't have to put up with moderating their own forum that is full of people calling them slurs. Like, any marginalized developer out there is going to be the forums quickly get filled with like awful people that are like, this game's woke, this game's full of this and that, and like, there is a way to lock it down, but it's not like an official way, and Steam discourages you from doing it. Yeah, it costs $100 to get your game on Steam, from what I understand. Which is part of the problem, is like anyone with $100 can pretty much publish a game, and it's flooded with like garbage. There's like very little curation. Oh, but there is curation. That's right. There is curation because Valve, solves that the way they solve everything, is they make their users do it. There's a user-based curation system. Like there's a user-based tag system that makes a lot of the tags, like dating sim, worthless, because everyone tags any game that so much as hints that there's a romance option as a dating sim as a joke. So if you like dating sims, trying to find them on Steam sucks. Because Valve doesn't want to do their job. They want their users to do their job, and their users don't take it seriously. Or they suck. But also, there is a user-run curation system that is overrun with scam accounts trying to scam developers out of free game keys, by pretending to be a curator, but using AI to write their reviews, and just spamming developers saying, hey, we'll review your game if you give us a free key, we'll review your game, and it's crap. And that's the good ones. The worst ones are like, everyone keeps like kind of joking on like the anti-woke curation lists, but that is a thing that Steam explicitly allows on their platform. And like, it's weird that I don't see people talking about this so much in this context of like, this is Valve genuinely letting people create lists saying this game has queer people or people of color in it or women in it, and that's bad and you should avoid them. Like, at best. And at worst, these lists are literally used as hit lists to direct targeted harassment campaigns against devs. And a dev has actually tried to get one of the bigger lists taken down, and Valve reinstated it. Oh, and the review system sucks. I'm not a fan of user reviews, honestly. Like, some users can write good reviews, but like 90% of users' reviews are like, 5 stars, bestest thing ever. I love Super Truck Party. And then like the rest, or they're 0 stars. Super Truck Party is for losers. You should play Ultra Van Party. Like, that's like 90% of reviews. But there's a developer that pointed out on Blue Sky that they've been getting like reviews from the anti-woke assholes, right? And like they literally have a review that's basically amounts to, this game has Muslims and queers in it, so it's bad. And they report it to Valve, and Valve's moderation is just like, no, this is fine. And that's not even go to another indie dev that I don't want to go into, have people say absolutely vile things about her. Hinting at like some awful thing that happened to her, and trying to mock her for it. And like, and Valve's moderation is like, no, this is fine. Like, Steam is kind of fucking evil. And, I kind of really don't like how much my game library is wrapped up in them. And it sucks because they still are probably one of the best digital storefronts, though. Like, from, like, a pure customer's perspective, I guess. But, like, yeah, some of that stuff is awful. And Valve needs to do something about it. And, like, I've seen more people talk about Blue Sky, and I was like, finally some people are noticing this? Are people actually, like, realizing that Valve is, like, vile at times over this stuff? Right? I do kind of think that part of the reason, like, I mean, we know that Gamergate, right, was, like, the dry run for, like, the propaganda that is pushing the far right and led to, like, a lot of the rise of, like, fascism in the United States, right? Like, Gamergate was literally, like, co-opted by, like, far-right fascists as a way of targeting, like, disaffected young white men in, like, the gaming, and then spread out to, like, comics and movies and stuff like that. To go after, like... And, like, it's where a lot of the alt-right shit sprung from, and its popularity sprung from. I honestly believe Valve has some part in that, in just the fact that, like, the biggest distributor of PC games kind of has like this, you know, the free speech, anything goes attitude where, like, it treats a lot of that Gamergate shit as valid, or as at least neutrally, like, which gives people the impression that, hey, this is a valid or normal, like, opinion to have, and not is something like super fucking vile. Like, shame works. Telling people, hey, that's a shitty thing to say. Hey, no, you can't give this game a bad review just because you're homophobic or you're, you know, racist. Like, that matters. That gets people to stop doing that shit. And at least points out to people that, hey, what you're saying you're doing is not what most people agree with. And if you let that slide, people feel that, like, hey, there's people out there that agree with me. It's just a difference of opinion. And it's not. No. Being racist is being a shitty person. I don't know. That's my Valve rant. I've been sitting on that one for a while. I'm sorry. And I feel like there's some disjoint between, like, I think a lot of the people that work at Valve, too, and these policies. Because, like, I think Valve, from what I said, does have a fairly diverse workplace. I don't know, there was a People Make Games expose, like, a while back, though, that exposed some kind of crummy policies, and they probably weren't great with some stuff. I mean, like, their employees asked them to, like, make a statement on like Black Lives Matter. Like say, please, Ubisoft said Black Lives Matter. Just make a tweet. And Valve's leadership is just like, well, we don't want to get political. So we'll give you money that you can donate to Black Lives Matter or any other, cause that you would like to. Any cause. You can donate to, a nonprofit that wants to like, elevate marginalized voices or work towards, equality and social justice. You could, to like some nonprofit far right-wing bullshit that wants to bring slavery back. We don't care. Just give them money. Just, I don't know anyone would have, I don't know how much like money went out or if people took them up, if there were people at Valve that were like, yeah, I'm going to donate to the Republican Party or something like that. I mean, I think it was nonprofits. I don't remember the exact details, but like that's a crummy thing. Like you can't just tell, like you can't just say Black Lives Matter. Like that's a pretty basic thing to say. Like that's just decent human decency. Avoid making political content, but consume a fair share of like left tube. Yeah. Like, I don't get into politics too much here because I want this to be like a chill place to chill and relax. But I think, especially if you follow me on Blue Sky, I don't post a lot myself, but I do repost. You probably have a fairly decent idea where I stand. Trans rights are human rights, and fuck you if you think ever otherwise. Black Lives Matter. No human being is illegal. Fuck ICE is a low bar. Yeah, fuck ICE. Abolish ICE is the bare minimum compromise. I mean, abolish ICE, prosecute every single one of them for the crimes they've committed. But yeah. But I mean, also, like, just tweeting Black Lives Matter is such like a low bar that Valve just wouldn't clear. And it's crazy to me. But like, again, like, I know people that work at Valve. And I think there's a lot of decent people that work there. And if a lot of it is, I think, leadership. Oh, I mean, what was it? When they announced the new hardware with the trailer, right? They had like some folks and like actors in the trailer showing like off the stuff. And you can tell right away like some of the anti-woke crowd was going to be very mad. And I think someone did confirm like one of the people that are like, yeah, I know that person. They're like a friend of my roommate or something. They are trans, like. Which is like cool. And like people were joking, like, yeah, like niche hardware running on Linux, they know their audience. they know who they're targeting this to, but like, and I do think like, from what I understand, there's a fair amount of diversity at Valve. And the people that work there, I think, are good people for the most part. I mean, in any company, you're gonna run into like crummy people here and there, but leadership is, Gabe Newell is a hardcore like libertarian type. He wants to just sell yachts now because that's where the money is. What were we doing? I'm just yapping. Y'all got me yapping. We do have an ad coming up now, so I'm going to cease the yapping for a bit. And we're going to run an ad, and we're going to come back, and I think we're going to move some logs. So I'll see y'all in about 3 minutes. I'm gonna push the button now. Give me 1 second. Down we go. Look at this game! Look how cool this game is! And now we get to shoot people. We have to get our gun back, though. I turned myself into a chicken. The banker just took all of our Geo and ran off with it. Ah! Pop, 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 pop. Pop, beep, boop, pop, beep, pop, pop, beep, beep, pop, 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 boop, boop, pop, beep, beep, beep. Beep, pop, boop, boop, beep, pop, boop, boop, beep, pop, beep, pop. Ah, we found the thing. Okay, what do we got? Metroids from the initial batch of matured to hunter phase. Be advised that the hunter Metroids has siphon tentacles. Alright. This time it'll work. Okay. Forsaken into venture to dare ever shall soul mortal no. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. I think I understand what's going on here. Hold on. Hold on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hold on. 1 second. What is the button? Ah, here we go. All right. Here we go. All right. I think we got this. Ooh. A place where the echoes of a legendary war reverberate. A fabled keep. A prison. Both sacred and feared. I like this segment. This is just cute. There's like little things you have to do to get these crystals to get your dash back and then go back around. Okay. Okay. Up there. Got it. Right. Got the double. Ugh. Okay. Maybe if we can do something like that, we can gauge our jump a little better. Yes! Oh gosh! Careful. Alright, just careful. We got it! We got it! Woo! We got Interesting. Hello. Oh, he's got a smiley face on his chest. Oh no. Oh. I don't think he's smiling anymore. Are we fall? Oh. Okay, we did not actually escape our planet's gravity. And while I was doing that, we fell back down. Hi. Don't have our suit on. Hi. Oh, hey. One of these things. What is this? The anglerfish specimen of our ship exploded. The anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships that flew close to dark bramble. It appears well suited to living in dark places with minimal atmosphere. Yeah, one of those ate us. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do when my ship explodes. Ah, the slots again. I'm just gonna close my eyes and just... You're kidding me! You're kidding me! Oh, wait. Huh? He's a little glitched out, I think. Oh. What that can't be comfortable. The sound effects he's making! Alright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! We were doing so well! No! Alright, we are back. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get some trucking back in. Alright, so I think we just need what we've got here. What time is it? Oh, it's night. We're changing the vibes up again. Okay. Oh, I hope I didn't just switch it off a song you're grooving to. We'll get back to it in the morning. All right. Double logging. There we go. Oh, happy dance. Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah, I was thinking. That first clip reminded me, The Ascent is a good game. I've got some friends that we do like a weekly game night. Yeah, this is good. I'm digging this. Feel the Beat featuring Prism by Fury Weekend. Huh. I should probably haul that one truck out of the way, or that trailer. Cabin by the shore. Yeah, I played that on stream. I played the DLC on stream. The current side scout trailer. Alright, we'll do this, and light trailer hitch. Oh, the Ascent, yeah. I have a weekly game night group that, we're trying to figure out what to play, and we kind of all got back into the Ascent recently, and I've been really loving it. And kind of want to play more of it. The game is so gorgeous. It's got phenomenal cyberpunk vibes. Also, the story's really good. Like, it's fully voice acted. Like, all the cutscenes are. Usually it says, yeah, the art style. Yeah. I mean, this is the one thing that you notice kind of right away. And honestly, kind of to me, like, graphics are kind of big in my enjoyment of a game. Like, I enjoy a game that's really good. And, it, like, you know, the gameplay is fun. Like, you know, like SnowRunner. Like, I don't think I play a truck sim game with similar gameplay that had, like, you know, I don't know, less realistic graphics, I guess. I mean, we did play Easy Delivery Company, and that was a lot of fun. But also, I think that game is also very beautiful in its way. But like, this game is such a vibe with like the mud physics and the scenery and outdoorsy stuff, you know. For Truck Sim, this is a cut above for... Yeah. It's actually a pretty old game, and, like, graphically has held up really well. Again, we're kind of at a part where, like, we're at very, very diminishing returns for increased graphics, and I wish, you know, more developers would be less in on, like, we need the fanciest graphics on everything. Especially because everything's so expensive. Graphics cards are expensive. RAM costs an arm and a leg. Thought I had the light trailer hitch. I think I had it on and I took it off when I selected. Oops. All right. I'm gonna deliver this trailer because we keep having to drive around it, and it's gonna drive me crazy. Also another excuse to get this truck out. You haven't driven it much. I like it. I think it's cute. It's a big, chunky scout truck. All right. Here we go. Also, this thing just powers through mud like crazy. It is so powerful. Okay, we want to go... Alright, so we can take this way around, I think. Alright. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I really like the Ascent. Oh. Yeah, this is a bop. This is what? Scandroid Shout Forgotten Remix. I think I have some Scandroid in my regular playlist. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to actually start looking up... Because I've been relying a little too much on just kind of randomly stumbling across and discovering, like, music. And streaming services and stuff. I kind of want to look up and find a lot of music I like and, like, actually buy it and, like, download it. I kind of want to get, like, a cheap, like, MP3 player to listen to music. Because, like, with work, they don't allow us to stream stuff over the network because it's too much bandwidth, I guess. So, like, bringing, like, a little MP3 player with me and listen to the stuff would be nice. Maintaining public playlists, but I don't know if it'd be kind of cool. Well, speaking of music and buying albums, Liz, you just released an album. I picked up a copy. It's really nice. I like it. Oh, you're welcome, of course. I remember I was tuning into one of your streams where you were, like, working on one of the songs, and, like, ooh, this is nice. Oh, yeah, no problem. I mean, actually, if you want, I think I have links enabled. If you want to post a link to it in the chat, and other people can check it out, that'd be fine. That'd be cool. Feel free to promote yourself a little bit. Because, like, I think that's really cool. Y'all, you should go click on that link and check out Liz's music. Maybe buy it. Maybe buy it. Buy it right now. If you wanna. Excuse me. Context. It's supposed to be used as backing music for websites that's in production. No pilot. Or web series that's in production. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's actually really cool. I will have to keep an eye out for that. Been watching a lot of, like, kind of, you know, some web series stuff. Like, there's a lot of, like, indie animation. I love animation. I'm a big fan of, like, art and animation. And was it Glitch is like a big production studio for, like, animation stuff, and I've been watching, like, Amazing Digital Circus, and I think they have Lackadaisy. I think I backed Lackadaisy. That one looks really fun. Animated series about cats running a speakeasy during Prohibition era, and now they're doing Gameoverse. Ross O'Donovan's thing that he's been working on for ages, Rubber Ross. I remember watching him a lot. Like, I used to watch a lot of Game Grumps, and that's super cool to see, like, you know, a creator or an artist you followed for a while, like, get to make their dream project. Was it Worthy Kids and Big Top Burger is also really good. Knights of Guinevere, yes, that's right, that's the other one. I really liked the first episode of that one. The one thing though, like, I kind of hate it, and it drives me crazy, like, how hard it seems to get, like, a series of any kind funded and promoted. Like, it's great nowadays that, like, you can get, you know, more stuff made, right? Or, like, it's easier to kind of get out there, right? I think, like, but, like, back in the day, like, if you ever watch, like, old TV shows, like, especially, like, old network, yeah. Big Top is favorite. Yes, does many work in Small Blender Project is, yes, that's really cool. Like back in the day, if you look at old like network TV series, it's like, yeah, we had a show. It's called like Can You Believe It? And like the studio, it's about a bear. It's the regular old family, but they have a bear. And the studio greenlit it for like 500 episodes for like the first season. And it's like, what? It's not a real show. I made it up, but like, it's interesting because I've watched like I was watching Puppet Proctor a while back, and because he does his like promotional consideration and stuff, and one of them he was watching like a bunch of old like advertisements for like obscure TV shows or like sitcoms, I think, and like looking up like how long some of these ran, and like so many shows, like a network would just greenlight, you know, a full season, a season like maybe like 100 episodes or something, or like multiple seasons, or like at least you get like 20 something or so sometimes. And it's like nowadays it's like if you're lucky you can get an Amazon season and they'll give you 8 episodes, and if that's good you'll maybe get a second season. Or like Netflix, it's like everything is geared towards like binge watching, but everything is also like fewer episodes. It's got to be really efficient with your storytelling. You got to have like this and that, and like I think we get like fewer shows, especially like animated series, especially when like any of the smaller like web series stuff. That feels like I feel like Big Talk or not. Oh, Big Talk Burger is kind of like that, but like Amazing Digital Circus could be like a show that has like a lot of episodes where they have individual episodes and the cast just goes on like singular adventures and stuff. And instead, just to the nature of the way the industry works now, and like we're getting like I think 9 episodes at a pace of 1 episode every 3 to 6 months. And I hate it because it's such a great show. And as well as it makes watching it like, you know, binge watching is one thing, but then there's also like the old school of like, you know, we get a season and you gotta wait a episode a week. Had a nice pacing to it, but like the way so many shows kind of debut now or like come out with episodes, it's like it's hard to get into them because it's such a long span of time between each episode. And I'd wish there'd just be more love for like these smaller shows and animation, and we could get that like greenlight some crazy idea for like 100 episodes from a big network. Yeah, that is true. Like being able to take your time is good. Like I don't want people to be rushed to meet deadlines. But it would also be nice if studios could get like a budget to really like work through stuff and be able to release it like on a shorter turnaround, or at least like build up episodes so like they can release them on a regular schedule. Instead of always doing we release it when it's done kind of situation, you know? Like, cause like there's some shows where it's like, you know, they can release like a season of like 8 episodes that they've worked over the course of like a year and a half. Or something like that. Where they've got the time to kind of do it. And things like that. But like, yeah, absolutely. The things like, yeah, Amazing Digital Circus takes time, but the animation is phenomenal. And it's really cool. Like what they do, one thing they do that's really cool that I love is like they let the animators like post the stuff they worked on social media. So like there's lots of YouTube videos out there of like the animators and like, hey, here's the part that I animated for Amazing Digital Circus. And stuff like that where it's like, that is really cool. And I love seeing stuff like that. It has smear frames and all like different stuff and little stories behind stuff. I follow a few animators. I follow a lot of like artists and animators from Blue Sky, and I know one of the animators I follow is working on like Has Been Hotel, and I love a little anecdote they shared about them storyboarding this really complex, like rotating shot where they have one character is like flying around another, like really dynamically, and the camera is panning and spinning around them both, and they're like, oh, I went so hard storyboarding this shot, and then like, and then I heard, and then I asked, like, you know, production, like, so who's the poor sucker that got chose to animate that, like, spinning, like, dynamic shot that I storyboarded? Like, oh, we thought you were gonna do it. Like, we figured you would do it. And like, oh, it's like me sowing, hell yeah, me reaping. What the hell? Which I thought was kind of funny. All right, what are we gonna winch onto? Oh my god, that pulled down that whole tree. What are we winching to there? Well, we knocked a tree down, and now we're raising another one up. Okay, we're moving again, maybe? This trailer might just be too heavy for this. We probably should have just taken the road. 2D's a lot of... Yeah. Taking a lot of shortcuts in 3D since it's basically a solo project. I mean, 2D and 3D are kind of their own thing. They have their advantages and their disadvantages. Yeah, 3D lets you do a lot of, like, cool camera stuff, which is nice. And yeah, and depending on kind of how you're doing it, you know, a 3D I think will handle like a lot of like tweened frames and stuff like that, so you can do keyframes and it will do a bit of the animation in between. 'Cause that is a big thing. Blender is super accessible. That's cool. I think I've opened Blender once. I kind of wanted to... Thought about, like, trying maybe if I could get in, like, 3D animating or modeling stuff. And I tried opening Blender and just, like, I just got overwhelmed. It's one of those things that I'd love to do if I had infinite time. But I am so, like, impressed with anyone that, like... can do stuff like that. That is very cool. I follow a lot of like animators and artists and like really cool people, and like I want like nothing but the best for them. Like I don't know, I work an office job and I get paid really well to do it, like programming, and like I kind of feel like sometimes I took the easy way, kinda. Like, you know, stable, salaried position, good income. And it's kind of what works for me. But, like, I have so much admiration for a lot of, like, people that do, like, work on commission or freelance artists, do all the stuff in their free time. Like, that is mind-blowing to me. Stability is really nice, right? And I wish that all of the cool artists that make all of the cool art that I see on social media and all the animation had that stability. I wish you could have that stability drawing, like, people's, like, Dungeons and Dragon characters. Or doing, like, commissions of, like, Furia art. Like, everyone... So many cool artists, and it's just, like, I wish you could have all the money. Because that stuff is way more important than the stupid BS that I'm doing. Honestly. Like, who cares about spreadsheets? No one. Let's see. This is, I think, a longer route. Ooh, we'll, this one. No. Here we go. Streamers are cool. Oh, thank you. No. I mean my day job. My day job. Connecting with people live instead, like, yeah. There is. Guardian of the Lake. That's it. This one. Yeah, I don't know, like... There's a lot of jobs out there that are kind of just, like... Blah. That really ain't doing much, honestly. Or, like, if we had a better economic system, then, like, line must constantly go up. Probably wouldn't be needed. And, like, but... Art is, like... critical to the human soul. Like, yeah, like even like this, like, you know, connecting with people. It's like a big thing. It's it's one of the reasons why, like, I mostly watch Twitch now. I probably should watch more scripted television and stuff. I want to get back into that. Because that's also a way of connecting to people. Like, art is a way of communicating. And just getting other people's perspectives through their art, like whether it's, you know, novels, television, that kind of stuff, is like, it's what makes us human, you know? But yeah, someone that grew up, like, as a kid, watching, you know, network and then cable television, and then the internet came along, and people were just making, like, Flash animations? And making their own little shows, and then YouTube? And seeing people just make stuff for free. People, like... And people doing all this cool creative stuff. Even just like open source software programs, like people making cool things just for free, just to make things better. And like, it's one of those kind of things where it's like, what radicalized you? It's like, I saw and got all this hope from, like, a future of where people are just making stuff because they're passionate about it, and not just doing stuff to make money. And like, realize that, like, we don't need all the corporate BS. People will find a passion and make things just for the sake of making them. Like, not everything needs to be about working a desk job or fitting into the capitalist system, you know? Drawn to the way people kind of make reality. Yeah! Like, give people what they need. And what they want, and, like, to live a good life, and they will make cool stuff. Because people want to do that. And heck, you know what? You don't even have to make stuff, honestly. Just hanging out with people and being a human in the world, and being kind to people, laughing and joking with your friends, that has value. People have value as just being a human being. But yeah, it was so cool seeing, like, the rise of all of that. And then depressing seeing so much of it gutted by, like, Google taking over YouTube and all of the corporate stuff. And just, like, seeing the first big purge when they turned on the Content ID system and people just losing their channels to Content ID. Just false claims. And then now, like... Ugh. And then, like, the adpocalypse. And just seeing it get harder and harder. and it makes me sad. Seeing Twitch like cutting like their cut for people and things like that for their like subscription stuff. And just seeing people like really struggling, and then fucking NFTs stealing from artists, then AI stealing from artists, and all that stuff makes me mad. Like, artists are the coolest people. There we go. 2 things of medium logs and 1 go. How awesome is that? It's all the way over here. Where does this go? Can we make a shortcut here, or do we... The long route is paved, though. And we already got stuck once. Maybe we'll take it on the way back. Left here, and then we can just follow the road most of the way. Woo! Ooh, ooh, oh, careful. All right. Now we're trucking with logs. Ah, shoot. We need to move this out of the way, too. All right. Yeah, we can take this way around. Gosh, this game's pretty. Okay. Not yet. Wait. Yeah, here is where we're gonna go. And then Here's where we turn up. No, it's not. Oop. Yeah, here. Here. And here. All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Oh, look at that mountain. Oh, there's... we can see the watchtower. All right, we'll need to take a left. Yeah, this is a bigger road than this one. That path is going to be narrow. Uh-oh. Get a little more torque here with low gear. There we go. Oh, look at us go! Trucking up this old mountain trail. Oh, it's rocky. There we go, yep. Vroom, vroom. I love the interior of this truck. I like the long view here. All the snow is falling gently on the mountainside as we rumble up to the top in our big old truck. Truck! Ba weep grana weep ninny bong. Love bats. Welcome, welcome. We are truckin'. How's everyone's week going so far? I know it's only Tuesday. But, left. Alright, we are trucking, and we're moving. Slowly, let's not get too tilted here. Oh. Oh, we're pushing through. Here we go. Yeah! Oh, we got a tree down here. Man. Ugh. Okay. Over it. We need to refuel. ease it through. Alright, got a kind of a sharp left turn here. And back up a little bit here. Pull it through. I like that there is a hinge between the two segments of the trailer. That is nice. Gives us a little more flexibility. What are we caught on? Can't winch out. We're moving. All right. Almost there. Whoa. Our truck is so high up. Oh, yoink. Yoink it over the rocks we're kind of stuck on here, and... Oh, we got the logs! Oh, don't celebrate yet. We got a tree on our left. We got rocks on the right. Stuck in the middle with you. Okay. Rocks, trees, and things. Yep, we're stuck a little bit. Gotta pull the trailer over some of the rock there. Oh, unload it. Woohoo! We have a watchtower. Ooh, we got a trailer here. We got a yar. Yep. Okay, that's that. Scout fuel carrier. Okay. That's got gas in it. Okay. This one. Long logs, which we need a different trailer for. Start with this one. So that's the log station that has medium logs. The fuel carrier at the factory. So we can probably get to that. Find a way to back down here. Yeah. Hopefully we can get to some fuel. Oof, we're running low on fuel. Yeah. Tree. Give me. Come on, just pull it over. Like rocks and a tree in the way. And take a wider turn here. All right. We have an ad coming up, but we're coming up on time here, so I'm going to play through the ad, and we're just going to try and see if we can get to the fuel before we run out, and then maybe stash this log carrier somewhere that we can get medium logs. so we don't have to take it all the way back and resell it. Ugh. I don't know if we're gonna make it. There's the sawmill right there. Maybe? Maybe? I think the Scout service trailer should have some fuel in it. I'll leave that there. Please have fuel. Yes. Ah. I think, yeah, this is where we leave logs. Wait. Not enough cargo in storehouse. Make wooden planks out of logs. Gonna see real quick just what kind of logs we can get from here. Long and short. We're gonna leave the trailer somewhere where we can get medium ones. There we go. Wow, the reflection of the northern lights in the water there is so good. Where are we going? If we go right, we can get back on here. I don't know. The factory isn't quite the right place, but I think we can stash it there. I mean, I think this log station, I think, has medium logs. So left, and through here. And we can leave it at that warehouse next to it. Oh, we got this. Okay, make sure we take this wide. All right. Now we're trucking. Yeah, we'll just... The log station's not too far away. We'll stash it here. What do we have here? Oh, this is just a job. That's right. Oh, God. Traffic accident. Yar. Boating parking lot. Service spare. Ah, we gotta pick up some service spare parts. Scanning things. Oh, we can clear some rubble here. Alright. I'll have to do that another time. We're gonna recover. Let's back to the map in the other garage. Alright. And then I think we're gonna call it here. Give me a second to kind of see who's online and who we can raid. Let's see who we got online. Hmm. No, I don't know. if we... Oh, this is kind of cool. Let's rate Alice Lunazera. We haven't rated her in a while. I don't know if we've rated her before. She's a cool streamer, YouTube content creator. I've been watching a lot of her YouTube videos. She does like a lot of like some trans meme compilation videos. Her videos are really like cute and funny. But she is streaming some co-op Mario 64, which is pretty cool. So let's go say hi to her. Okay, so the raid message. The old space raid. Go ahead and copy that. Use your emotes. Use your own emotes if you don't have mine. It's all good. And thank you all again for coming out. I appreciate seeing you. I appreciate seeing you all here. I appreciate all that watch the VODs. It all means so much to me. Oop. It all means so much to me. Thank you all. And y'all take care. I will be back Thursday with I don't know what. Probably more trucking. We might do a lot of trucking. And then next week we'll be starting Color Grave February, I guess. They got a bundle of all the Color Grave games, and I really liked Curse Crackers, so I kind of want to just try the rest of them. They're a cool little indie dev that's been making some games for a while, so I want to check out the rest of their library, so we're going to do that. But thank you all so much for coming out, and we'll go say hi to Alice, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye-bye!